All right, so inheriting a mobile home can be a very interesting thing. In this video, I'm going to talk about inheriting a mobile home. All right, so first I'm going to talk about how to get the mobile home in your name and then what to do with it and then a plan to come up with. And by the end of this, you're going to know exactly what to do when inheriting a mobile home. All right, so first thing is you got to understand that mobile homes are like vehicles. They have a title and you got to get them in your name and you got to transfer these titles. And the first place you're going to want to stop is the Department of Motor Vehicles or your local DMV. So the DMV is who's going to help you get this title in your name. And I went straight to the Florida DMV website and I just Googled this basically, and it says you and the seller or the person that left, you must complete a Florida Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles Form 82050 notice of sale and or bill of sale. You both must complete the 8040 application, a certificate of title with or without registration, and then you submit the forms to your local tax collector's office. So a lot of this stuff is going to be fine with like a VIN number or a vehicle identification number. And now granted, each state's going to be a little bit different. So you want to start with the DMV and then figure out the steps, the forms. The forms are going to be also different from the Florida forms. But the VIN number can sometimes be found on the side of the mobile home, one of the far sides, the back. It's usually like a little plate, and sometimes even underneath the kitchen sink. Next, then you want to figure out what your plan to do with this mobile home is. Are you going to leave it sitting in place? And you want to know, okay, is there lot rent to be paid, or do you own the land as well? Or are you going to move it somewhere? Are you planning to rent it out? Are you going to sell it to a mobile home buyer or a family in need of an actual place to live? So you want to figure out the plan that you actually plan to do with this mobile home. Or maybe you're even thinking about you need a place to live and now you have a free home to live in. So you don't want to make sure like, okay, what is this going to cost me to live in this mobile home? You might have inherited the mobile home for free, but now you have to worry about lot rent or electricity or water or sewer, or how you're going to actually connect the utilities on this mobile home. There's also high demand right now for affordable housing. So that's one thing we're doing with our mobile homes that we're buying is we're renting it out to families in need, and it gives people a wonderful place to live. And then there's also the option of selling this mobile home. So like I said, we buy a lot of mobile homes, and we buy them from people that inherit them. We buy them from people that collect them on back taxes, and we buy it from people that confiscate them. You name it, and we will buy it. Next, you want to see if their air conditioner is working. If you're in a state like the southeast section of the United States where it's super high humidity and it's really hot, you definitely, absolutely want to make sure the air conditioner is running in this mobile home and circulating air throughout the property, throughout the mobile home, because if you don't, mold will eventually go ahead and grow in your mobile home, and it's just so hot in the southern United States, the actual mobile home will start to deteriorate like before your eyes. Also, if you are in a cold weather state like upstate New York or Michigan or Colorado, you want to make sure the heat is kept on because you don't want the pipes freezing in this mobile home. So once the pipes freeze, it actually expands and it pushes the pipes out, and that'll create hairline cracks and pinholes. And when that pipe thaws out, it will usually explode with water and flood your mobile home. Next is secure the building. You want to make sure all the windows are closed and locked, and if there's any broken windows, you want to get those replaced very quickly because you never want to just give the appearance that this is a vacant mobile home with broken out windows and just the doors are unlocked. You just come right on in, right? That is how we get squatters. You always want to make sure that the property is completely secured, because if someone breaks down the door or breaks a window to move into the property, then it's way easier to remove them with the sheriff compared to you just left the door open, now they're coming and going as they please. That's considered a squatter situation and usually takes an eviction. And lastly, if you don't plan to rent out this mobile home, you don't plan to live in it yourself, maybe you plan to sell it. I am a house buyer, I am a land buyer, and I'm also a mobile home buyer. We buy them all over the country, and if we can't buy it, we can help find someone that will buy it from you. So I want you to head over to ZechBuysHouses.com. Fill out the form on the website. You'll probably talk to Chrissy or Jen. We'll figure out your situation and how we can direct you and help you. And hey, we might not be your buyer, but we can definitely direct you and find the proper place for you to go. So I have a really cool story about a mobile home that we purchased from someone that had actually inherited it. But before I do, I want you to smash that red subscribe button. Give me a little love for making these videos. I do these 5 days a week, and it takes a lot of time and money and travel. and I hope you're appreciating these and enjoying them and getting lots of value. Let's keep going. All right, to the story. So there was this guy. He had actually inherited a mobile home, and he's like, I don't live in that state. I don't want that mobile home. And we ended up buying this mobile home from him all cash. And we turned around and found a lady in need of a place to live. And she gave us about $1,000 down, and she now pays us $1,200 a month every single month, and she is paying off this mobile home. She now owns this mobile home, and she does have to pay her lot rent, but she also pays her mobile home, and she'll have it paid off in just a few short years. This woman is like, she is so thankful for the blessing that she now has a home, because it was her and her daughter, and rents had gone up so much she was actually homeless when she made the down payment, and now she's actually the owner of a mobile home. So things like this, where we take it for granted of like such a inheritance of something so small, and maybe like a discomfort in our life that we have to go out and just figure things out, actually helped a lady basically become not homeless. So if you've got things like this, or you want to share this video with someone in need, please feel free to do so. I hope it helps someone else.